At first glance, this game looks, well, pretty simple. Almost lo-fi, right? But hiding underneath that unassuming exterior is an absolute masterclass in psychological tension. Today we're diving into the secrets behind the indie horror hit that has players completely terrified, Paranormal Inc.
I mean, the player reviews really say it all. That feeling, right there, the racing heart, that's what we're here to unpack. How on earth does a game with pretty basic graphics create such a powerful physical reaction?
And that's the big question, isn't it? This isn't some blockbuster game with a massive budget. It's an indie title that people are calling truly scary. So what's the secret sauce? How is it pulling this off?
And look, the numbers don't lie. A 4.7 out of 5 on the App Store, that proves this isn't just a fluke. Players are really genuinely connecting with this thing. So we know it works. Now we get to figure out why.
Okay, so first things first, let's get a feel for the game itself. It starts out like a simple job, but as you can probably guess, it gets a whole lot creepier, really fast.
The game just drops you right in. You've been looking for work and you finally land a gig. Your new job title? Operator at a company called Paranormal Inc. All you have to do is sit there and watch live security cameras and report anything that seems a little off.
You know, what's really fascinating is how people describe it. They say it feels like this weird mix of the nail-biting, bureaucratic stress of Papers, Please and the ghost-hunting vibe of Phasmophobia. You're not some action hero. You're just a desk jockey staring at grainy monitors.
So what does it actually mean to be an anomaly hunter? Let's break down what you actually do because the beauty of it is all in the simplicity.
The whole gameplay loop is so simple, it's brilliant. You watch the cameras, you see something weird, you report it. If you're right, you get XP and unlock even more unsettling places to watch. But if you're wrong, well, that's a problem. It's this simple cycle that just hooks you in.
And this is the kind of stuff you're looking for. I mean, sure, some of it is obvious, like a ghostly figure suddenly appearing. But most of the time, it's way more subtle. A painting on the wall that's now tilted by 1 degree, a chair that's shifted just an inch, or an object that was there and now it just isn't. Okay, so we get what the game is. Now for the really fun part, the why. Why is this design so ridiculously effective? This right here is basically a blueprint for anyone who wants to make a great indie horror game. And the first big principle is keep it simple. Seriously, great horror doesn't need complicated systems or huge, sprawling worlds. In fact, it's usually better without them. Because the real horror, the stuff that sticks with you, doesn't happen on the screen. It happens inside the player's own head.
This entire game is built to make you ask yourself one single powerful question over and over again. Wait, did that just move? You start to doubt what you're seeing. Your own brain starts working against you, painting monsters in every shadow. That uncertainty, that's the real engine of fear.
So let's really dig into this idea. How is it that stripping things away, showing the player less, can actually make a game way more frightening?
So many games confuse horror with action. They give you shotguns and big monsters to fight. But Paranormal Inc. gets that the best horror is psychological. It's not about the jump scare itself. It's about the agonizing minutes you spend waiting for it. Knowing something is coming, you just don't know what or when. It's all about that slow burn tension. And you know what? This is fantastic news for indie developers. You don't need a billion-dollar graphics budget. The game's low-fidelity style actually makes it scarier because your brain has to work to fill in the blanks. A staticky camera feed, a flickering light, and a weird noise from another room, that's all you need to build a terrifying atmosphere. Now let's talk about the second core principle, and this one might feel a little counterintuitive. To make a player truly afraid, you have to make them feel completely and utterly powerless. It really boils down to this. The more you limit the player's abilities, the more you amplify their fear. When you take away their power to fight back or to run away, all they're left with is their own vulnerability. And vulnerability, my friends, is the bedrock of horror. This game puts you in a virtual cage. You're trapped behind your cameras. You can't get up and explore. You can't fight back. You have zero weapons or defenses. You're just an observer, forced to watch as things get progressively worse, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That helplessness is pure terror. The game also plays this brilliant psychological trick on you. By making you stare at the same rooms over and over and over again, it builds this sense of familiarity. You start to memorize where every single object is supposed to be,
So the second that one tiny thing changes, a book falls over, a door creaks open, your brain instantly sounds the alarm that something is very, very wrong.
So let's bring this all home. What's the ultimate takeaway from a game like Paranormal Inc? What or who is the scariest monster of all?
It all comes down to this powerful idea. This game understands that nothing it can draw on a screen could ever be as scary as what your own mind can cook up in the dark. By showing you less, it forces your imagination to do all the heavy lifting. And let's be honest, our own imaginations are always our worst enemies.
And that's the final lesson here. This isn't a tech demo, it's a psychology demo. Building a truly successful indie horror game isn't about having the fanciest graphics engine. It's about understanding what makes us tick: anticipation, helplessness, and the deep, creeping dread of uncertainty.
So I'll leave you with this thought. Paranormal Inc. is just a powerful reminder that all the high-tech graphics in the world can never compete with the oldest, scariest, and most powerful fear generator we have: our own minds.